OntarioLoval.com back here at the Brighton Speedway for Saturday night's portion of the Applefest weekend show. Standing here with Steve Young. And Steve, we got a phenomenal show here this evening. Starting off with the Clash for the Cash from last season that got rained out.
Yeah, it was too bad. You know, he's had such bad luck. Mark Rinaldi put so much effort into this event, and Mr. Weatherman just not leave this place alone on Applefest weekend. All kinds of people downtown, all kinds of stuff going on, and then about 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, it starts to rain. Tough week to end a big weekend, but I imagine that all those guys that qualified last year have remembered their spots. Actually, I know they have, because they've tried to negotiate themselves when they have a driver owner split back into the event. So there's been some creativity there, but we'll have a good field for that event.
358 Dirt Modifieds will headline tonight's show. We also have a big late model event as well, presented by Humber Nurseries. It's going to be a great night. We had a good show last night, 20 sportsmen. In the end, a popular win by Chris Herbison.
Yeah, Herbie was in the mix for the track title at Brockville all season long. Last night of the season, in the hot laps between intermission there, got into a lap car, did big damage to the car. They tried to put it back together. It wasn't the same, and that basically cost him a track title. Since then, he won the last event at Brockville, and then he won here last night. And he seemed pretty excited in Victory Lane about the possibility of going to Syracuse. If you don't know, Chris used to drive a Bush North car for a couple of years. He's got some pretty good experience on some big tracks. I think he's going.
The big story of last night, I think, really was the track and how good it was. There was a couple of very good racing grooves, and a lot of the drivers commented on it. With the weather we've had, I expect probably about the same here tonight.
Actually, it's interesting looking at this track now compared to the way it was even 15 years ago. And a lot of cars used to drive one groove, and that was it. And then the odd guy would try to go around the top if he had no other options. Well, last night we saw them 2 or 3 wide. Even the bigger cars, what they call pro stocks here, they were 2 wide going into the turns. And Doug Anderson in particular could just drive that car anywhere he wanted on the racetrack.
So stay tuned all night long. OntarioLoval.com will have live updates throughout the evening. Check us out, and then at the end of the night, we'll have some post-race interviews with the winners here this evening. Stay tuned. Thanks for logging on to OntarioLoval.com.